Jose, you've been with the States office in Brazil for 3 years. Tell us a little bit about how things have changed in terms of activity since you took up your post.
Actually, since I've been with the state promoting mainly export from Georgia to Brazil, we have a steady growth of business, mainly Georgia exports to Brazil. Because of the Brazilian economy is doing well in most recent years, so we have visited a lot of Georgia companies going to Brazil to attend trade shows, and we have been very successful to work with the Georgia companies. Actually, the Brazilian office is one of the busiest Georgia office overseas.
And Brazil's now a $1 billion market for Georgia exports. Tell us about some of the challenges or the hurdles that companies face when they're taking products there. I know that red tape can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah, it's not just about Brazil. It's about basically Latin America. It's a relationship-oriented society, so you have to plan. You have to take some time to develop those relationships. And as our Georgia office in Brazil, we are there to help the Georgia companies to come around those issues, explain them how is the business environment, how to tap into the Brazilian market. So we have been successful. As you mentioned, it's over $1 billion export to Brazil. Actually, Georgia has a trade surplus with Brazil of near $200 million. So it's in rank number 8 in terms of Georgia exports. So we're doing pretty well.
We'll talk about the exports, not just in terms of goods, but services. How are you helping companies, maybe architectural firms or consultancies, especially with all the development going on with the upcoming World Cup and Olympics?
Yeah, actually, most of the project has been already developed, and we see a lot of integration with the Brazilian service provider, with the West companies and some Georgia companies. Actually, Brazil, it's a net importer of service. It's more than service than goods. So we have been a lot of partnership between Georgia companies and with Brazilian companies related to the major sport events that we're going to come up next year. We're going to have the World Cup, in 2016 the Rio Olympic Games.
Tell us about some of the promising sectors you see. Obviously, Brazil's a huge aerospace manufacturer, renewable energy, autos. Where are you seeing a lot of activity?
Infrastructure for sure. Brazil it's need a lot of infrastructure. So actually we're in terms of airports. So we are building new airports or new terminals in Brazil, in São Paulo, Campinas. It's going to be the new ones, maybe 3 or 4 other cities. And with ports, there's a major bill in Brazil just starting ports and railroads. So it's plenty of opportunities in infrastructures, and so in aerospace. Agriculture, machinery mainly, because in Brazil it's a very, very large agribusiness country. So in technology, always there is a market in Brazil for high-end technology products.
Great.